Yo, yo, what's going on? Uncle B checking in, and today I'm doing a classic. I'm talking classic chicken pot pie. Homemade, of course. No, we're not using none of that cream of chicken you get from the dollar store. No, all homemade. Let's get into it. All right, for this recipe, we're gonna need, of course, is a pie bowl. Gonna need some pie crust. Look, I'm not rolling out no dough today. We using pie crust, you dig? Some leftover chicken. It can be whatever kind of chicken you got. Rotisserie chicken, like any kind of chicken will do. We're gonna use our mirepoix, carrots, celery, onions. So we're gonna use some half and half, some butter, some Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, a little bit of bouillon, and flour. That's it. Let's get back into it. Now what you want to do is preheat a pan. And remember what I say, don't put nothing in the pan unless it's hot. Mine's already preheated. I got some olive oil in there, so now we're going to go and sweat down this mirepoix. This is the base right here. Build them flavors, baby. You can cheat and use frozen veggies if you want. Me, I like doing it like this. Fresh veggies, baby. Now what I'm gonna do is what you should be doing is you wanna season each step, right? Throw a little pepper in there. Put some salt in there. Throw your little Italian seasoning in there. We're gonna sweat this down for about a good 4 or 5 minutes. And we're gonna come back for the next part. All right, we're about to go into the next step. Let's go ahead and make this roux. We're gonna melt down 3 tablespoons of butter. And then we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of flour. That's how we're gonna make this roux. Now we got that butter melted down. Let's go and add in our flour. 3 tablespoons. Get that all incorporated. We're gonna let this cook for a few minutes. Well, not necessarily a few minutes, but we want to get that flour taste up out of there. We're gonna let it cook. Adjust that heat. Don't want it to burn. We're gonna get all that from the bottom. Now we got that flour all incorporated. Let's go in with that stock. Going with a cup of chicken stock. Go in gradually. Don't want no lumps. Now the type of sauce we're going to make is called a velouté, which is going to be almost like a blonde sauce. So this is pretty much the sauce that you get when you buy cream of chicken. But we can control what goes in this. And all that extra bull crap that's in it. So we're gonna go with the stock, and we're gonna go with the cream, or the half and half. That way she be nice and creamy. Now that we got that chicken stock in there incorporated, we're gonna go on with that half and half. Now the key to get this sauce nice and thick is we're gonna let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then we're gonna cut the fire off and let it sit. And what that's gonna do is emulate what you pour out of a can. But this here is gonna taste way so much better, man. Trust and believe you me. Now you can see how it's all coming together, right? So what I'm gonna do after I put this half and half in here, I'm gonna add the chicken, so that way it's gonna be incorporating all those flavors. And that right there, my friends, is gonna make a great base for your chicken pot pie right there. Y'all see how this sauce is coming together? Look at that. When I add the chicken, that's your cream of chicken soup right there. Look, man, look. When you keep cooking simple, you can do anything. And when it's homemade, that's when it's the best. Now with this, I'm gonna add a little bit of bouillon just to bump up that flavor just a little bit. And once I add the bouillon, I'm gonna stir it in. Bring that back to a little simmer. Then I'm gonna add that chicken and let that chicken soak up all this flavor. And the flavor from that chicken is gonna release into this right here to make this thing pop. Now let's go ahead and incorporate some of this chicken. Like I said, you can use any kind of chicken you want. Hell, you can use turkey, anything. Whatever kind of pot pie you want to make, you can do it right here. Just do all veggie, whatever. Here we doing straight up chicken pot pie. And now what I'm gonna do, get that all incorporated, and I'm gonna let this sit here and simmer on low for the rest of the time. Then we're gonna go ahead and work on this pie crust. Look at that, y'all. You can eat this just like this. Look at that. Get that. Get a look at that. Get it. Get it. Oh my God. Now that we got that goodness back there cooking, and yo, the flavors. Let me stop. We're gonna go ahead and preheat our oven for 425. Boom. So we'll get our oven preheated, and now we're gonna work with this crust. I ain't never did nothing with this before, so we gonna do it together. Oh. Alright. I see where this is going. So let me go ahead and roll this out. Okay, alright. Hey, this this right here might be the move. Oh, I like this. Alright. So we're not gonna grease it, okay? So we're gonna put that in there like so. We're gonna get that thing. Now I'm not a pie baking expert, so don't judge me, but I'm gonna do it the way I think is right. And if it ain't right, oh well. This is my way. I'm just showing y'all how to do it my way. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just rolling it down around, because of course that piece is gonna go over top. So when I lay that piece over the top, gonna slice it up. I guess put some holes in it or something like that. And we're gonna bake this thing. Okay. All right. So now we got the crust in there. Fix that a little bit. Okay. All right. There we go. Not too shabby. Yeah. Now we got the crust. Let's go ahead and fill this thing up. All right. Now we got this fine, good chicken, creamy. My mouth here start watering, y'all. I'm trying to look. This is amazing, man. Whew. Way better than a can. So we're gonna go ahead and fill this pie crust up. You can pour it if you want to. Me, I like to get it nice, even. I don't want to make no mess. I don't want no waste. I don't want nothing. Now with this right here, I'm just gonna spread it like so. I don't want to overdo it and make a mess. Nice and even. Put a little bit more right there. Boom. Just like that. Alright, let's go ahead and take this other pie crust out. I'm telling you, this thing just smells so good. Tastes so good. Because you know, as a chef, you gotta taste your food. You know what I mean? So, whew, that thing is amazing. So now I'm gonna take this other piece of crust right here, get it all out, like so, and I'm gonna lay it right on the top. Boom. Now what I'm gonna do the same thing I did a while ago. Is I'm just gonna take it, tuck it, roll it around like so. Like I said, this is my first time working with this kind of pie crust, but it's not too bad. I like it. I'd use it again. Matter of fact, I am gonna use it again. When I make some sweet potato pies, I'm gonna use this. That way I ain't gotta roll out no dough. I'm gonna get tired of rolling out dough. I wanted to make some biscuits today too, but yeah, not today. I'll do that for y'all another time. Alright. Not too shabby, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna take my fork and I'm gonna go like this. Yeah. It's gonna make this thing look like something. That way I know she's sealed. Go around that thing like this. Get down there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Now I'm gonna take me a nice little knife. I'm just gonna put me a slit, because you know you gotta let that steam get out of there. Put me a couple slits in there. more than a couple. And there we have it, folks. I'm gonna throw this in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then after the 20-minute mark, I'm just gonna take me some tinfoil to go around, put around the edges, so that way the edges don't burn too much. You know what I mean? So let's get this in the oven, and I'll see y'all when it's ready to come out. All right, it's at the 20-minute mark, and look at this, y'all. That thing is looking amazing. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take me some tinfoil, go around these edges, because I'm gonna cook it for 10 more minutes. But I don't want my crust to get all crazy. So I'm gonna take me some tinfoil, make me some strips. Now you don't have to do this if you don't want to. This is just what I want. I don't want my crust to be all burnt up, brown, and all that jazz. You know what I mean? So I said, by all means, if you don't want to do this, don't. But, because I don't like biting the crust that tastes burnt, so to say. You know what I mean? That's just a personal preference of Uncle B. So if you do make me anything that has a crust and it's burnt, I will remove the outer shell. Don't take it personal. Uncle B just like what he likes. You know what I'm saying? So now we got these edges wrapped up. I'm gonna let this go for 10 more minutes. Catch y'all in a few. All right, so we have it, folks. Now you see why I put that tinfoil on there? Don't that thing just look amazing? Now all we got to do is let this rest for about a good 10 minutes. Slice her like a pie and dig in. All right, guys, here go the moment of truth. Let's see what we got going on here. Now, I'm gonna cut this thing just like a pie. Ooh. This pie crust held up good too. Well, I tell you. Hold on. Good God. Oh my. This ain't gonna be cute or pretty. But I can tell you this one thing. This is gonna be good. Get a load of that, y'all. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and do the honors for y'all. This the one right here. This the one. Look. I'm telling you, everything tastes better homemade. You know what I'm saying? You make this, I'm telling you, you gonna have your family in awe. Oh boy. Alright. Thanks for kicking with Uncle B. I'm about to go ahead and finish enjoying this. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.